Hello, hello, hello. It's Friday again, which can only mean one thing here on this channel. Wait a minute, where's chat? There it is. You're doing good, Pew Pew, good to see you here. Was a little bit concerned, what with everything that happened with the recent Lister announcement. Lister to see people here, but ListerBungi. Joshua's in good confidence said that there's going to be a lot of people still showing up looking for competitive gaming. We've got 24 people in that first room already. So it's good to see you here, Stubby, Pew Pew. Because we will be, as ever, playing 3 custom rooms, the first 2. Those rooms. Kind of first one going to be there on Cinder Realms for you guys. Lister. ListerBungi. Welcome in, oh easy stuff. I did notice as well, actually, okay, so I had to kind of owe you an apology. So we've been calling you, Joshua and I have just been calling you oh easy stuff, and kind of on the casting just following each other, but it is oh easy stuff, isn't it? It's oh easy stuff. That's your name. We're calling you oh easy stuff, which is obviously wrong. So apologies for that. But if you're in the games tonight, we'll call you by your proper name, and anyone else hopefully who rocks in. If anyone needs those room details as well.
Win? Prove it.
Just has changed the name, look. It works either way. Okay, so maybe we'll mix it up with sometimes oh easy stuff and sometimes oh easy stuff. That's how we play it. Sound good? Josh has actually changed the room name though, so he switched the YouTube and the ListerBungi round. It's actually that. So it's YouTube ListerBungi Live and the password 111111. Easy to get in. We also have a poll running for the 3rd room, so choose to vote now. That'll stay open for the first 2 games while games 1 and 2 are on. So get your vote count. If you're sick of Cinder Realms or if you want to see, Cinder Realms is winning at the moment though.
You think you can win? Prove it.
So join that room. We're halfway full. You've got some members of Takar in here and Inori still in here as well. Rated, we see, yeah, there you are. Oh, easy stuff. So it'll be interesting to see how many stay. I mean, after the recent announcement, chat, what was you thinking? After seeing everything with the Chinese beta, and then the announcement of the delay. What was everyone in chat thinking? Because I know how I felt when when that news came. Just show you how I felt in the form of a song.
You think you can win? Prove it.
So I guess we'll just have to see. 3 more spaces left. There's a lot more scope for tactical play and a lot more situations you're going to be able to get yourselves into too, as though of course it looks like some of the heroes potentially have been taken out, at least for this next update. Tightening up that hero roster, taking out some of the ones that people aren't playing anyway. Hello, I've never been in here before. Hello, well, welcome in. Sorry, I can't... What's that name say there? How did you find us? If you've never been here before, what made you click over? I'm guessing you must play Farlight though, right?
I'm back, I'm back.
Hello, Joshua. If we're hearing Joshua, that means the room has started. Pastel, okay, welcome in, Pastel. Hopefully we see you in these rooms tonight. I'm guessing you do play Farlight. We've just started the first room. Oh, not anymore now. Oh, but you still came in anyway. Looks like Pew Pew knows who you are. Josh, you aware of Pastel?
Yeah, I think I've seen... I think he's been rated E. I could be wrong. That seems to track in my head.
It tracks with how the welcome is just gave Pew Pew as well.
Or on reads, I don't know. Could have been a different era type deal.
No, it's good to see you anyway then. So if you don't play, what made you click in?
Oh, I
You
move
was
everyone out of
expecting
the
it, yeah,
spectator
yeah.
slots towards the end. Otherwise, it glitches out.
Yeah, we get glitches with the spectate, so unfortunately everyone just gets knocked out of there. But you'll be able to see at this end and keep us company. What made you leave then anyway, Pastel?
There we go.
Auto spectator started. That means game 1 is well and truly underway. ListerBungi joined by Joshua.
That's what they call me. A couple times at least.
A couple of times at least. You've got another name I don't know about.
Josh, or I don't know. People probably call me other names. I don't know. People are pretty mean to me sometimes. You know, so there's probably like mean names too and stuff like that. You know, who knows?
That damn
That's just how it
duck-side
goes
duck.
sometimes. Exactly. They're like that detective or that fucking duck side. You know, I'm like, man, chill out. I'm just a friendly duck side, man. Doing my thing.
There's no duck sides on the map at the moment. No, it's squad 15 in Hydro Plant. We've got 2 teams on top of each other fighting for loot.
Jenny starting out strong, hitting that stun there. Got a Takar player on there, always a helpful player to have. It seems like most of the Takar players pretty strong individually.
Did you say so? There's a lot of, yeah. It's mostly Takar 3 as well, we're saying here. We haven't seen the top Takar lineup altogether. It's Takar 1 and
Not. Hopefully
2
at some
3.
point.
Hopefully at some point.
We got Takar 2 definitely in here. We got Mbappe.
Mbappe in here. And a little skirmish
Always
going
fun.
down at just the edge of Command HQ, chasing down Legend. Trying his best to evade them, but when all 3 players are around you like that, you're not much of a hope.
Yeah, kind of hoop there. This guy's got a little bit of a tunnel vision onto Kalina here. Got cracked down to 1 HP. The Maggie just comes down, shoots him down in his back, and just reses his teammate like it was wasn't even an issue.
No issue at all, no panic. Just get back up in there, Kalina. Come on, we got to get some looting to do. Looks like Henderson's in a bit of trouble as well, though, as we see his health go down.
Oh, 7 AM also in trouble there. That's who he's fighting against. Henderson getting taken down to minuscule 8 amounts of HP there. The Predator getting reloaded there. Unfortunately for Henderson, not surviving. 7 AM coming out on top.
7 AM wake up call, but will that Maggie come and save Henderson? We will see.
Classic. Now we got Princess here playing that Phantom there. Got a MKR in their sights there. Seeming like they're aiming a little bit better. You'd think a robot would be precise, but no. Phantom, just a clean aimer right there.
Pristine aimer, Princess.
Uh-oh.
Oh, in trouble here. Goes for the... Oh, we know where you are. Getting burned feet as Princess gets out of there. Is she going to escape, though, as she's invisible? Gone the wrong way. Gave him the slip, the Princess, Tia.
Yeah, pretty impressive. You know, you always have to be able to decide which way to go and hope that you can evade those people. But we see Rated E not evading teams. They're actually approaching teams. We've got Scorpion down to 1 HP, getting taken out here, and they're going to probably try to continue towards his teammate.
The aggression from Rated E and Excario. Oh, beams down. Beam from Manga. And Wire, Fiorina shooting people down out of the sky. A team that we haven't seen before. Oh dear. This Sienna is in a lot of trouble. Fiorina.
No. Oh. It's like just with how they're positioned there, just felt like a cinematic. I don't know. Farina going big, getting some more kills there. They're gonna get some more experience with the sponsor box there. I think they might just be waiting for Miwa to get a little bit closer to maximize that experience. But yeah, it definitely seems that way.
What, are you feeling
But
like
for now,
these
you
are
can't really go too wrong.
the main characters in the lobby at the moment? Is that what you make? Just looking a little at the camera angle there.
Yeah, definitely seeming like they're the main characters at this point. They got 6 kills already. I mean, obviously there's going to be teams here probably putting up similar numbers, but once you get the sponsor box, you're gonna probably have purple shields at that point. They continue the rotates. They can continue their aggressive nature and hopefully do more with that. There, we see Team 3 there potentially come into Team 15 here. We got Jacob here with Janny, but Nori is right on their footsteps.
When you've got 3 of Anori up like this, you don't want to push them without thinking about what you're doing. Dan takes a wide angle on them and draws the fire of Takar 3's Jakib. He gets knocked, it takes it down. It's going to be a 1v3.
Definitely not what you want if you're in Jacob's spot there. Janny gonna try to get onto the player from the other clan on Anori's team, but right now they're playing up close there. Uses that fire to try to get them out of that smoke. Trying to get some connection with those last few bullets. Unfortunately doesn't, but thankfully able to push out, catch him as he drops down. He knows there's one player left from 6-6G.
Yeah,
and it's just a situation of trying to go for that final shot. You can't really do much when you've got 1 HP and a Thunder DMR is looking right in your face.
Yeah, I don't wonder if the team will be saying, you should have pushed up with us. He was a little bit lagging behind that young as we now go over to Wire again. The major, this is a name change from Vendetta. Of course, plays under Phoenix. Usually he's changed his name to the Vendetta and carries on the A at the end of Wire's player names there. We can see the pattern going on.
No, I get that. That's cool. I like that. Always nice to have those consistent namesakes and stuff like that there. But some nice clean shots coming out of Vendetta there. Obviously with that Thunder DMR, it only takes a couple quick clean shots there. Team 17 approaching though. Mew is at least aware of it, but his team's going to have to get here quick if they want to pull something off. Otherwise, they're just going to have to hold some angles.
He's choosing to hold back as the rest of his team do push forward. So when Team 17 do finally come around, they're really going to be in for a bit of a shock. A team we don't usually see. They look like a team that's been made today. Wire, though, veterans and making themselves known here. Out comes that again, as you were saying. The Thunder DMR doing absolute masses of damage, flying behind them, outmaneuvering them, and Daddy's home getting shot in the back.
Gonna be up for Lux here to pull off this last kill. He's put out his smoke to try to get away, but it's not gonna do a whole lot when, I think that's just the third set. I think Lux is still alive there. Getting chased down by Miwa right now. Oh, man.
That's the end of Team 17 for now. And back over to Rated E with, easy stuff. Looking very low. It's a bit dangerous here, but he's got the help of Cat OP. And both of them take down Spinal.
I'll be honest, it was looking a little bit scary there for a sec. I knew Spinal managed to take out a couple players earlier in the match there, but unfortunately, going to seem to be the end of his days there. We've got Panjay there, continuing their rotates, probably getting more shields and such. But for now, maybe just hoping to play for some position because the rest of his team is clearly, they're probably going for this drop right now by the looks of it.
Looks like it, and looks like they're going to be uncontested, and a lot of the teams looking very spread out at the moment. 19 not playing together, but Wire nearby to Gogulet, and looking in that sort of direction.
Yeah, Gogulet thankfully getting Reds back up into this match here. Got taken out by Vendetta earlier, but at this point in the game, as you said, very split, so at least if they do go down there, they can try to get their teammates back up into this matchup, so that'll be good for them later.
But for the moment, we'll just take some lovely scenic views of the Sunder Realms map.
Just do.
Yeah, they've gone for that
Oh,
drop.
yeah.
They've got themselves some nice loot, no doubt. Wonder what was in there then.
A sniper was dropped for it, so assuming maybe an Arbiter would be the obvious choice there, but either way, still probably something that is going to be very well utilized. I know the Eliminator shotgun can be so consistent, especially if you're, especially for the top teams like this.
Yeah, as soon as you get in people's faces, it's you kind of melt people with that. Anori, of course, being one of those teams that do like to get up into people's faces.
Oh, man, right?
Looks like Rated are pulling in, and they're a little bit late to the party on that airdrop if that's where they were headed.
definitely does seem that way. For now, it does sort of look like Team 3 is playing a little bit split right now. So 13 could patch out one of these players here right now if they manage to get some eyes. Panjay is rotating that direction. They might see him here. This could be their chance to maybe get Inori down a peg here.
It looks like they have. Easy Stuff does spot him, tries to get himself up into the higher ground. It looks like Panjay is just going to stay put for now as they all ping on top of him. Panjay. Wire coming in from the rear as well. As they collapse down on top of Panjay, and he had no chance here. The rest of Inori going to come in from the rear. And now, do they avenge their teammate? We will see. Cat OP. What can he do here?
Oh, we seem like I hear the revolver here, so that was what was picked up from the drop there. A little unfortunate for just RNG wise there, but we do see the ultimates coming out here. Bow ultimate doing a great amount of damage to Easy there, and for now they're pushing on to Dan here, who is probably their biggest threat, but unfortunately Vendetta with that Thunder DMR catching out one of the players from Rated E.
It's not going to stop there. The pressure cooker comes down and they fire through the smoke. Rated E's Manga going down. That's the last one from that team, but he's still got an Inori player right there on top of him.
Oh!
Comes in. Inori's Dan escapes to the top. Gets away for now. But they're going to chase. The chase is on. And Dan goes down. Wire win this skirmish. Coming in from the rear there, Josh.
So that's an unfortunate situation for those teams that all come together. Obviously, for Wire, feeling great about it, but for both Inori and Rated E, I think they both have one player left alive on their lineup. So, gonna have to do their best to get some reses off there. We do see some resurrection pods getting spawned right now, so maybe they have a chance at that. But obviously, with the fight where only parts of the teams go down, it becomes a situation of trying to get some reses off here, and we get some some situations like this where War Guy here is actually maybe thinking the same thing, or was just rotating coincidentally.
Easy Stuff sees the shield advantage and lands right on top and claims the capsula. Oh, look at that map. Wire are going to push him away from that capsula when he thought he was safe, as to drive into zone.
Oh, man.
He will be near
Scary
to...
stuff when you're in those situations, though, because you think about it, it's like, yeah, you have your car there, you're trying to get to some absolute maximum rotates there, get some heals off, get to zone there, but Easy, he's thinking, oh man, this zone's going to close and it's going to start ticking even harder there. So having to put everything on just life preservation mode at this point there. And I mean, when we have a team like, look at Team 19. They've got good shields. They've got decent positioning at this point. Absolutely great positioning at this point now. So definitely looking like a moment for them to capitalize on potentially. Look at Easy rotating in behind Inori here. Hope he is not heard. His car's making a lot of noise, though.
His car's making a lot of noise and it gets blown up. It's going to make a hell of a lot more noise. So Easy Stuff has to stay in zone, but it's ticking so hard. Panjay goes to take some of that and takes him out. Oh, Easy Stuff, a valiant effort, but they are not going to be in this final circle here.
It does seem that Inori did manage to get all three back up alive there. That would have been Mohamed Reza being the last player alive in that situation. Coming in clutch, definitely for the Inori side there. Not a player that I don't think we've seen before here, but coming out big. But now it's going to be Wire, Takar, and Inori for this final three.
Bombs down, gets everyone blinded. Sunil, Panjay runs, gets shot in the back. Where's his teammate? Dan, up on the high ground. Advantage taken away as a zip wire comes up. He tries to fly into the air, but is shot down by Vendetta Ray, and that name change is doing good for him here.
Once again, we're actually seeing Mohamed Reza as our last player left alive on this Inori lineup. Unfortunately, getting focused out here. Both other players getting thirsted out. It's going to be Wire trying to follow on this approach here, but we actually see the zone, I think, getting pulled here as well. Yeah, going to be getting pulled absolute maximum distance here by Gogulate. This could sabotage Team 19, but it's absolutely going to sabotage Wire.
Wire, as they are in the zone, his own teammates are going to have to make a run for it, as well as we see them try and get out. Mbappe gets into that tactical. He's not going to take any of that damage down. We'll see who comes out with little Mbappe is feeling it a lot.
Oh, and just like that, the absolute power of that time dominator pulling the zone all the way across the map, knowing that everyone is fighting on the opposite side there. You can, you know, that's just one of those things you can do. And without taking any combat towards the end there, Team 19 with their red shields managed to come out and, as the winners in this game.
Gogula, you sneaky boy.
Gogula.
You sneaky,
What a sneaky boy.
Well, there's all the absolute firefights going on. He goes and takes away that little Storm Empress and says, "I'll just set this right here." And they come out on top. So
even more. So good on them for being able to pop off and pull that off on NA Ping there. So this next one will be on Spain. So less pain for you guys.
Think you can win? Prove it.
A nice one. Josh will get that one started up for you as soon as he can. So that will put us through over. That means game number 1 has finished, and we will be starting game number 2 again in Sunder Realms. As we said earlier, there's a poll going on at the moment for which game number 3 will be on. So if you want it to be Sunset City, oh, it is actually winning at the moment, Sunset City. There is, you can see the poll at the top of chat. Make your vote count there. But the second game will be on the EU. And again on Sunder Realms.
You think you can win? Prove it.
Gokula, the definition of play smart, not hard, exactly. Just had to wait for everyone to drop in the zone like flies. Cheating, they all cheating. Of course, they all everyone's got them hacks on. I miss Sunset, used to be so sweaty. Commentary makes everything so much funnier. I'm glad we're making you laugh. I'm hoping a good way. Hope you're laughing with us, not at us. So that second room's open. If you'd like to make your way to the room, YouTube at ListerBungi Live, and the password will be 111111. This will be game 2. Just give me a second, because something is going on with the audio on my end. You see, Josh before stream was saying, "Oh, there's been no glitches with the audio," and now it's jinxed me because today there is.
You're right, that is on me. I apologize.
Let's see if we can do this without it. The server for the custom room it's Europe, so it's I just made it worse. Can you guys still hear me? Had to put the emergency mic on. Yeah, I just missed the NA server. We did just put my magic on the NA, but this one's going to be on the EU server. Thank you, thank you. Thanks for that, Pastel. Same NMS, so not Spain. Did you hear that? Did you hear that, Josh? Gogula is questioning whether or not this is on Spain or not. He said his ping's too high and he blames you. Got a mail saying my account is being looked into for suspicious activity in my latest custom matches. Rookie, what the hell have you been doing? What have you been doing in the custom? What have you been doing? Should have put it on the footage of the new update.
You think you can win? Prove it.
So we got 40 in. People in the chat. We've got a lot of high ping. Yeah, it is on the Europe server, Tron. I'm not sure. That's not ideal. I'm not sure why that's going on, but hopefully it won't be too bad for you once you get into the game. I miss beefing with random clans on Lambton. Was you big on the Lambton map then? See, whenever I used to play it, Pastel, it used to just be a lot of bots on it. It's a good map if there's a lot of players. It's a good map for the vehicles, which of course they haven't been using as much, but I never really got many real players on it. I've got a mail on my account, blah, blah, blah. I don't know, I just looked in the last LS customs and then I got that mail after they finished. It's a good map if you want it to queue against clan members. Yeah. Seeing as you haven't been playing anyway, Pastel, have you seen any of the new stuff? Any of that not entice you to come back? Yeah, Sunset was a lot more fast paced. Especially Carnival. You couldn't really be out in the open too if you sort of got caught out in there. I mean, it's still the case now if we do play Sunset. It looks like Sunset's got 57% for that third map, but You still needed a vehicle or something to get around those trees. Those trees could be a godsend, but if the 3 stack came on top of you, most of the times you go down. So that's 50 in. Just looking for 10 more players. So if you're in the chat and you was thinking about joining, get yourself in. Buddies and stuff, I tried to come back, but for now, the FOV and sensitivity movement just a bit weird. Ah, with the jetpacks and such, yeah. Maggie's movement. Well, she doesn't have that role anymore if you're going back that late, of course. Play the old Farlight theme. What are you going to give me for it? I don't think it's on the normal account. Let me have a look. It's Prism, isn't it? It's called. Oh my god. Yeah, jetpacks have definitely got a higher... That's fast. Yeah, she had the grenade as well. Bo with all his cluster bomb grenades as well. Just to launch in and take out about 10 players if they were close enough. There you go, Rookie. You enjoying it? There's a bit in this, I don't know if anyone in chat's noticed, but there's a bit in this that sounds exactly like the beginning theme for Rick and Morty. I can't remember where it is, but there's a part. I think it's a guitar line or something. See if you can spot where it is, or at least where I think it sounds like it is. It's 55 in. Yeah, Bo. You did not like to see a bow coming headlong towards you. So we have started game number 2. That is started up. Carry on voting in the poll for that third room, because it will end after this game. Where is YouTube Freddy? I haven't seen him for a while. Has anyone checked up on him? Hopefully he's doing all right. I think he did. He was 1-0. He said that's enough for me. Undefeated. Would never step into another Legend Scrims lobby again. I miss him too, Stubby. I think we all do. Someone's got to find him. Beg him to come back, please. Please, YouTube Freddy. The GOAT. We have started game number 2. Josh is around somewhere. Hopefully. I haven't heard him for a while. You are there, right, Josh?
I am have to do stuff.
Oh, okay, okay. He is
Wait
there.
for these guys to be quiet.
I thought he was looking for YouTube Freddy. I was going to say he's going to bring him out.
Alright, I am here. I am ready. I might have to mute up in 5 minutes, but
Okay.
yeah.
Solo cast incoming. But here we go for game number 2. Will we see Gogulet go
Freddy's
for...
not in here.
Oh, let's hope he's not. He might not be safe anyway from Gogulet. We'll see if he can pull off another Storm Empress in this, but we do go to Inori, Squad 11, on top of Squad 1. Freedom getting caught off guard. Able to duck away. Panjay gets him in the end.
Quick aggressive play from the start of that one there. But we see Magic and back Lee coming for some revenge here potentially. Not looking super great initially here for Magic though.
Not at the moment, it's not. He's got a little bit of shield left. Is he hiding somewhere? Waits for Inori to come up onto him. Tries to catch Script EXE, but gets pincered in.
Not this time, unfortunately. There, it seems like he did try to go for a bit of a surprise play there, going for his stun initially. It doesn't seem like a hit though, so a little unfortunate there. But we've gone over to Xfosh here, and he seems. I saw him earlier in the kill feed, but we've actually also got in the same vicinity Exile and Demon with them here.
And we see Demon. I think this is the same Demon from TikTok, if I'm not mistaken. It's be interesting to see this guy. Watch out for Demon in this lobby. He's with Exile, as you said.
Ooh. Starting off with a nice quick beam there. Looking for some more. Seems like there's an AFK, unfortunately, for Aspect there. Getting taken out there.
Lethal Aspect. Not so lethal after all. They're moving over to Takar with the last game's winners.
And they're starting off strong here. They've used that Ember ultimate to push out some of the players here. Majestic's down to 1 HP, and now they've just got Hayat there, hiding under the ramp here.
And looking to capitalize on that first game win. Got themselves some decent kills in the game already, and making sure covering their tracks, and gets Hayat goes down finally.
We've got Increase and Cruel here. Looking like they're going for a res onto their teammate who must have got knocked earlier there. But thankfully for... oh, maybe AFK. Oh, no, just looting up their stuff there. I'm Holy Poly 1 only. Back up into this match there. Now it's up for Increase and Co to keep going forward there. They're near that blue zone, but there's Team 11 in their sights there. And that's not a team you want to run into. It's Dan. Starting off strong here, hitting Increase pretty hard.
Increase getting hit pretty hard. Doesn't knock him back though. Just go for the shield. Goes with the smoke. He is running away scared now, as you
Oh,
said.
no.
And Nori,
Oh,
and
no.
I'm able to get him through the smoke, and has to pop up that ultimate. They know they're weak. Look out for them on the kill feed.
Yeah, definitely not a team you really want to run into. It's obviously a little concerning. He probably saw the first knock and just thought, oh, it's them, and turned around. And I don't blame him. I mean, realistically, Inori is a team you do not want to contend against here. And yeah, we do see that they do finish off Increase here. It was a knock, so still a teammate left alive. So potential future life for them in that game here. Yeah, going to be poly one only. Might go for this res, might go for a more northern one there.
I think he's going to be traumatized and want to get as far away from Inori as he can. Dan with a bit overkill as well with that. It made sure that Increase felt that death in the afterlife.
No, gosh, no kidding at all. I mean, it probably worked out pretty good for them because I think they started off in the north side of the map. They rotated south. I'm sure some of these kills probably got a little bit of that loot from that high loot zone there as well. So all in all, getting probably a good bit of utility out of that rotating. We're with XL again. This is that team that was fighting in Refinery, and they're approaching Team 9 here. That's going to be Rex, just playing as a solo right now. They don't know. I don't know if they know he's there, but if they get sights on him, he's definitely going to get shots on him.
They are all together as well. Rex, we'll have to see what he can. He goes for Demon, goes to shoot. Can't see if any of them are hitting at the moment, but.
Oh, they're getting closer though, so it's going to be a lot tougher for Rex to fight this one here. 3v1 here. Not a situation you want to be in here. The stun coming out there, slowing him down, and just like that, Demon's going to get Rex, and we're swapping over to Cat. Going to get into a fight with Team 7 here.
Cat OP gets Avanichi with Manga and Co. Manga and Pew. It's Pew.
Ooh, I wonder who that is.
I have no
Who
idea.
that could be.
No idea. Needs a lot clearer name tag, I'd say. I'd suggest it's Pew.
Yeah.
No idea who you are.
Yeah, I don't know. Who could that be? That's odd. We'll have to figure out. We'll have to do some investigating later. Super weird. People just keep changing their names, and I never know who's who. And like, it's Pew. I'm not very good at this kind of stuff.
No idea. Maybe read it backwards.
Yeah, read it backwards. I'll have to try that later. Let's do this.
Back of V shoots into the back of Ikari. She tried her best with the heal there. She wasn't going to save her though. None of her teammates near either. Inori's Panjay. Oh, the Zoom MV getting taken down by that bomb. Demon's low as well. They are spreading.
Oh no. Getting that last tick of the fire there, unfortunately, going to be what's going to finish them off there. Panjay going to get a little bit of a shield swap, going to have to do a little bit of healing, but the zone's not taking hard enough where they're really in for a big worry here. But Wire, they're moving fast here. They're chasing with cars, they're chasing with just all over, energy right now. And we got Mbappe getting chased down the worst right now. He's in a car. His car's been blown up there. You can see the smoke trying to cover it up so you can get some heals there, but gotta be extra careful.
Something is hitting Mbappe. Manages to get the shields up, and Hayat gets caught out short. His teammates just over yonder. Miwa going in that direction. Let's
Can't
see
be
what.
distracted by people like that. Sometimes that happens, and you just get absolutely beamed like Marina just did here. And for now, they've got eyes on Majestic. They've got a little bit of ticks there, so they know that he's there. But at the same time, they got to be thinking that's got to be Mbappe, right?
They definitely do. We've seen Wire enough to know that they do love to sit on the edge of zone like this and just pip out players who are trying to come through those choke points.
For what it's worth, if they get this kill here, I do think this could be one of the ways that Mbappe gets out here alive here, not having to worry about a team thinking, oh well, we got this guy here. Okay, let's rotate the zone.
Can we see him move in there? We can. There we go.
Honestly, looking quite promising there. Unfortunately, Gogulet's gotten himself into some conflict here. It's that team of Freedom back of being Magic there. Unfortunately, I know Magic and Gogulet are buddies there, so probably a little bit of a friendly kill there.
Friendly kills are the worst kills. I'm sure he's cursing at his keyboard right now.
That's how I feel about it sometimes, but it's also one of those things where it's like, at least so-and-so killed me.
Yeah, making sure Gogulet doesn't get any more Storm Empresses and get themselves literally into this next zone.
Oh no, our new friend here, It's Pew, seems to have been taken out there. He's got Cat OP there. He's got some good positioning there. Did some good fancy footwork in that smoke there. Managed to take out Polly only now. It's going to be increasing Cruel, pushing up onto Manga and Cat there. But Cat's getting a heal off here. He's even this out here potentially. Tried to go for a stun. It didn't connect, unfortunately. And there's another fight happening off so close in the distance. We're going to have to see who comes out on top in both of these fights because they're going to contest each other soon after.
Here we go, Savio goes on to smart play for the top as they try to get the heals up. Sunil is low, managing to take down Snake Eyes. Will have to get back out of the way and make sure that counts though. His teammates here to back him up at the moment as he tries to get the res up on Snake Eyes. Ultimate comes down and they pincer him in and take out that team.
And now we're going to have to see if they decide to push up onto this other fight here. We do see in the kill feed that Manga just took out one of the players there, Cruel. Likely got a shield swap here as well. And now it's going to be increased as the final player left alive against Cat and Manga there. They've got a full shield though, so definitely feeling a little bit better. Probably just trying to wait some time there, get a little bit closer to that ultimate, using some of that utility to make some more time. Cat's going to get cracked, going to get taken down there. That means there's going to be another shield swap here for Manga. And I don't think it's going to be... Oh, he doesn't get it off though, so he has a chance.
Increased off their vendetta though. We go over to Wire, who's equal amounts of fire, taking down Jacesis as he gets away.
It's got my eyes on that kill feed, trying to see who came out on top. No one's came out on top yet. Akari's getting taken out by Farina here, but that's not what we want to see. Hopefully we get swapped back over so we can get an eye on who was going to come out on top, if anyone.
We have not seen anyone, still nobody on the kill feed as we follow on the other side of the zone. Wire, golden shields. Golden bar and an AK.
Shields on one of those players there as well. Oh, I just saw in the kill feed there, Manga taken out there by one of the Inori players. They're not great if you're feeling for them there, but guess who's back in the game? The player who pulled the zone across the map last game there, it's Gogulet. Still having a chance here against the Wee Majestic here, getting a crack onto them. Unfortunately, gonna get taken out. Hopefully his team can show up and give him some backup.
He did have the moves, he was moving, but unfortunately none of those shots connected for him. Majestic gonna get away. It's his teammate.
Like he might try to go and contest though, so it's a little scary. Oh, and look who's chasing. Whew. Not who you want to see as well.
Right up on the rear as Majestic goes towards Takar's Mbappe. And from the side, Rescon sneakily gets some hits onto Majestic, and here come Wire to collapse on top of Majestic. Oh, he's not going to get that res beacon, and that team's out of the game.
I think at this point here, you're probably just going to see Rescon here using his ult to try to slow this team down here. I would have put it like a wall between me and him as much as I could and just rotate as fast as possible. We're actually seeing Mbappe here going for a res on the bridge there. Gets Gogulet back up here. I guess he used a Buzzy at some point there that we didn't see, but great usage of that there. And now it's going to be a 1v1 fight here. Miwa's getting low, Rexcon's getting low there. The grenade comes out, doesn't do a whole lot unfortunately, and now it's just a disengaged situation here. Rescon using that mobility to just try to get out as fast as possible. Good shield usage there, getting that up as well during that movement.
The camera couldn't even keep up with him as Miwa goes after Rescon. We'll have to wait to see how that fight ends. Increase trying to stay away from Inori, but their sights are on Freedom. His shield gets cracked as the zone pushes them in closer together.
A tough situation to be in here. We actually see the Cypher ultimate coming out there, limiting the options they have in terms of places where they can go right now. We do see the Bow ultimate also doing that just as well here. They're definitely out in the open right now. Unfortunately, not a whole lot of shots coming onto anyone right now. Backup V might have a chance here, but unfortunately, it seems like he's been singled out instead.
Backup V. We'll keep an eye out for him, but at the moment we're following script here. See, he puts up that Ember ultimate. There, back of the get caught in the middle of it. His teammates are not around to help him. There's Magic Phantom, comes round the corner but goes into the fire off the Ranger. It just nearly escapes.
I'll give Magic one thing there. He had some fancy footwork there, moving back and forth real quick there, almost dodging a good chunk of those bullets there. We see Dan get a nice beam onto Polly here as well. Does he have any idea that increases here? It does not seem like it, but now he does, and has that Ember utility, so can use that ultimate, but I don't think it's going to do a whole lot when there's 3 other members of Inori here to back him up.
Yeah, and Danny's running towards them, but thinks he can take them on his own. Increase in retreat mode, full retreat mode. And the Ranger assault rifle comes out and pushes Increase into the ravine. And he's probably dead just from that. Oh no, he's back onto the land, but with a tiniest bit of health. Increase going down.
Oh, and Mbappe was unfortunately caught out there. Now we're over watching Panjay getting taken out here as well. Vendetta with those clean, crisp shots there. We're going to have to see if they can try to pressure that thirst there, or if they're going to go for something more. They're also using that, going to be able to use that ultimate to block off some angles there as well. But unfortunately, Vendetta getting cracked there.
Vendetta was getting cracked. Was not expecting that from them. Meanwhile, they are choosing to push backwards. It's going to give Inori some time when they put an ultimate bomb of their own.
No.
Oh, to cars! Drexcon! Hit in the face by an Arbiter.
Oh man, that sniper is one of those things that can just be so detrimental because of that one-shot ability. You can't even give yourselves up for a moment there. We're going to have to see if Mbappe can get a res onto him there, but I don't think he's going to be able to. And Inori is just off into the distance there as well, so they're going to be able to apply pressure there as well. So pretty scary situation for Rescon there, especially getting taken out.
Very.
Just that 1 second. Bam!
Right in his face, peeped out at exactly the wrong time. Wire taking the high ground and are looking a little split, so they're trying to get those angles on Inori and team number 13 as they do move into zone there.
Script definitely has information that there's a player in there. Hearing those footsteps here, gonna use that phase to get away there, get some distance between them. But just for now, waiting for a little bit of heals there, doing his best. Oh, but unfortunately, Miwa once again getting a quick headshot onto Script EXE there, evening out this fight to make it a lot more scary for Inori for sure here. And Mbappe is gonna probably get taken out here. Yeah, it does seem that way, but now it's up for Wire here. They could close this in. They could close this out here right now.
Wire, masters of the third party, knew exactly what to do when the Arbiter had gone off and taken down. On a sneaky res with that Puzzy on Script. This brings him back into the game, but Panjay's down too. And now a third party comes from Wire's Vendetta, caught in the fire from the high ground. Has to push back. Low health. They are a little split. Miwa coming to save the day.
They've turned this one around in a way that I honestly didn't expect to come out here, but we're actually seeing the bow ultimate come out. It didn't come out in a position where it was covering as much as they were hoping, I don't think here. Marina's going to climb up, but unfortunately Dan and Script going to cover that roof, going to cover that angle and win this game.
Absolutely beautiful from Inori. It looked like Script was out of the game, but while everyone was occupied, he was able to get that res off with the Buzzy and come back round. Once they was engaged in that fight, turn it around, as you said.
Just so much chaos in these end games there. It really does allow for situations like that to happen there. You just don't pay attention for 1 second there, and that res, that Buzzy comes out there. You hear that little ding, that little tinkle sound. You're like, oh shoot, somebody used it there. I know I gotta go find out where it is. And half the time you can't even do that because there's so much other pressure going on. And obviously in this situation there, getting a res off if you're Inori is huge because they're absolute slayers. So just great all around to see from them there. Just a good way of turning it around there. I thought that was Wire's game for sure, especially after those shots that were coming out with that Arbiter sniper.
Yeah, he hits 2 absolute zingers on them with Rescon and Script EXE there at the end. So it's beautiful.
How is the poll looking on for today?
So the poll, if we just go over, it's okay. So we're at 61%.
Kill time on Sunset City. I'm gonna restart my game real fast just because I heard that this last game wasn't on EU ping, so I'm gonna do my best to make sure it does. So you might have to reconnect my stream thing or whatever if I do.
Okay, then we'll do that. I'll just take a little break there, but we are filling that room up. We'll take a look out for YouTube ListerBungi live as it comes up, and get yourself in. The password will be 111111.
Just a heads up. Also, towards the end there, Sam was doing a little bit of
Okay, that room is up, guys. Get yourselves in. There's already 20 in there. Oh, nice. We got it in there then. This one will be in the EU. $50 in, guys, not long now.
Experience club music live here at the Red Ray. People wilding out real crazy.
Or if Wire want to get their revenge on Anori. I know they thought they had that last game.
We're just blowing up right now. Blowing up right now. Right now. Right now. Right now. You gotta watch the crowd.
I think this game is gonna go well. I like Sunset. I always like watching Sunset. I see a Freddy in there, not quite the right one, but it's helping.
Not the YouTube Freddy.
No,
An imposter.
but it's an imposter. But at least I'm getting that sort of feeling in my heart. Maybe one day.
Maybe one day we'll return the GOAT YouTube Freddy with a 1-0.
I looked up YouTube Freddy, found him right away. Definitely did.
Is he still active? Is he still making YouTubes at least?
I hope so.
And here we go then. Game number 3. Third and final room tonight. Sunset City, though, for this one.
Where are you going if this is your flight path?
This is my flight path. I'm thinking
Where are you going?
no one's going to go to the resource center, but my plan would usually be where in Tinman and Hot Rod.
Tin Man's a
Take out
pretty
some
good
of
one
those.
there, right? Yeah.
Take some of those early fights. Get some of that early. There's a lot of loot in Tinman as well, and it looks like
Yeah.
a fewer teams are going that way.
Gonna be interesting to see if you're, like you said, if any of them go to that high resource zone there. Myson here gonna get a kill.
Myson, Dyke Myson, nice.
And I think that's probably one of the first kills of the match there, but pretty contested area there. Riverview is right in the center of the map there, so you can get some vehicles and start your rotates real quick there. It's really wide open, so if you see anyone in the distance, you know, let's just keep going straight.
Just keep going straight, just like Fiorina. I was a little bit worried about him. I saw his name in the kill feed. He's alone, split up from the rest of his teammates, but no need to worry. There's third parties coming and taking out his enemies.
And unfortunately, it's looking like for anyone who had Riverview, that Increase and Cruel here have gone pretty aggressive here. Farina's getting traded out here. Unfortunately, going to be a kill that you don't really expect to see too early. The rest of his team there, thankfully, in that high resource area we were talking about earlier, but they are getting approached there. Team 15, we see Carly getting cracked here. Big snipe coming out, not getting finished off right away, but the AK spray coming out going to probably help.
A Lucy to follow.
Ooh.
Oh, just take him down. Poor Carly. Trying to get the heal off, but me was not going to let up on you.
During that whole time there, we see Farina getting a res, so we have to see who's going to come out on top of this engagement here. It's going to be tough for Team 15, being down a man there, but also off in the distance, there might be another team coming in. Team 5.
Oh, team number 5. They heard the gunshots. They want the loot. And why are going to let them have it, though?
Wonder who's on that Team 5 lineup there. Gonna scroll on in. I think Gogulet's in there. So whoever's with him is potentially for this game here. We got the full Takar 2 lineup here. And Mbappe getting the kill initially here. And it's Rescon and Sabio who are gonna be holding up their guard there. But for now, might be also deciding to play more aggressive. Helena was in the forward there, getting taken out there as well. And now it's just Matthias left alive around there.
Another team we moved over to is, how do we say this then? The girl?
Lexion. Degree?
Degree? Degree?
I don't know.
Degree?
Dagger? We'll have to see what their actual clan name is. They might have like a cool name, and this is like a name for I haven't seen yet, so we'll have to see. But they're playing quick, they're moving fast here. It's always nice to have one of these cars when you're on Sunset here. Obviously, closing the distance between teams is an awful hard thing to do there, and the cars help a lot. But also, the other thing that you got to focus so hard on this map is shields. This is not what they were hoping for there. The angle of the that was not ideal there. But back of V getting shot in the back as well. Dan gonna push forward there. Script EXE there. And Pan J is already so forward there, probably chasing up on Magic here right now as well.
You're going to want to get him out of that. I mean, Back of the as a name is almost like he wanted Anori to finish that off. Back of the back, almost, and then Pan J and Anori take him up on that.
No.
Magic's fighting for his life. Magic unable to, and then steal his car as well. They had insult to injury.
For what's worth, that's a tough one to be pulling off there. Especially when you have the full Anori lineup.
All Stars, I see you in the chat there. I just caught this message, but no, at the moment, not streaming over on Twitch at the moment. It's an exclusive YouTube stream. Oh, look at that. Beautiful from Cat OP flying over the top and getting to 7 AM. Anori chasing down and out. Team 11. I'm not going to give them any respite. They come bounding over the hill, just keeping that pressure up. An ultimate gravity to keep them sucked in and panicking. And they may have got those heals off, but they're not going to last much longer. They're stood on top of the fire. And Dan Hod.
The one thing
follows
about
his
the fire
teammate.
is that not only does it take damage that whole time, those damage ticks give information for the enemy team to know just about exactly where you are, and being able to follow up on that makes it really tough here. Drake trying to get away there, but that fire squad there, not going to let it happen there. And now we see increased lineup here as well, pushing up here. Might be looking to do something. They are playing a little bit split there. Cruel is separated, but has got script down quite low.
And his teammates come to predate
Do
on
have a
top
shield
of Inori.
advantage on 20, so this might be one of the few chances for this to actually happen, like you said. So unfortunately, Polly getting cracked here. This might give them the confidence they need to push forward right now.
They're not gonna let them though. They're gonna let up. It's kept this building as this is ours. Anyone? They're just waiting, Inori, to pounce, and here comes the pounce. Cruel tries to get out the back. His shield getting knocked. They all have to push now. Polly being left behind, but the rest of his
Pushing
teammates
underneath
right in
power.
front.
Pushing under power tree station here, trying to get increase getting focused out here right now. It's gonna be up for Polly to try to do something, but also just surrounded by all three members there, getting shot from every single direction. There's one player left alive. I think that was Cruel maybe left alive there, trying to get away, but it does look like he was taken out by Wire in the kill feed there as well. So not looking like that team has anyone left alive.
Well, you know that means there's an Inori Wire fight potentially on the cards, but at the moment we're following okay, and the safety of Riverview Park at the moment.
Let's take a look at the map and see how things are looking. Yeah, definitely looking like you're right. We're gonna actually just watch this one here just because it is kind of a highlight fight here. We got Wire and Inori. There's a little bit of distance between them, and there's shots coming in from Team 10 here. I wonder who that is. Take a quick
Team
look
number
here.
10? Was that Gogulet and Co?
Oh. No, it's Takar. That's another tough team to come up against here. This is a chaotic situation for any of these teams here, but Takar definitely feeling the best all around.
The Nightfall goes up, covers Inori for now, but Panjay's low in the distance.
Oh, he's down.
And he's down now. Miwa goes down too. It's 2 for 2. Takar just getting
Takar's
shots
gotta be
off on the
feeling
side.
great about this here, especially if they can finish off any of these teams here. They're obviously teams that you don't want to have late on in these matches here. Savio's gotten cracked, but it's not enough for any of the Wire teams to try to turn this one around there. They've got a vehicle, gonna try to play forward with this grenade launcher here. Gonna be able to close this distance and definitely get on top of Vendetta here, I imagine. Oh, and the grenades coming out as well, doing some damage, and Mbappe gonna close that one out.
Ooh. Kept up the chase with the Wasteland hovercraft, and that
See what happened with the Nori.
they're still back in zone. Potentially getting the res on Panjay, or
Yep.
there we go.
Good decision making from them there, but look at Rescon instantly had eyes towards that direction there. Seems like it's going to be the same for Savio in this situation, knowing that they might be able to take out some of the players from Inori and hold them from rotating into zone here. Definitely a good spot to be in, but Savio getting beamed out by Script and his teammate.
The Script just holding the high ground and saying, well, come on then, let's see who snipes the best. I've got it there. They were able to get potentially a res off as Script makes his way over in that direction, puts down the car to get a little faster. The ultimate from Bo comes out, causing him to get pushed back, and his visibility is gone.
Now we're over with Raided here, and they're trying to do a bit of a rotate here. It seemed to just get into Riverview. They've got edge of the zone here, but they've got DJ Roth taken out there super quickly. Cat seems to be one of those players that is always so consistent and just fragging throughout the game, and as I said, they're getting themselves fortified up here in Riverview, but now they see Team 7 going for a res there. That's Freddy, not YouTube Freddy, but just Freddy today.
It's just Freddy. Let's
Oh,
see
it's
what
round
this
2 for
Freddy
Katop.
can do. And Katop, oh, nearly
Cat.
gets him down health half. And they're not going to let up on Freddy. Freddy's looking low though.
What? Oh no.
A Sparky to
Oh,
follow.
no.
He's trying to get that res off. They're not going to let him.
Oh, and his teammate got taken out by Team 9 there from the distance. The last teammate left alive, currently on the bridge, so they're not going to have to worry about him in terms of Team 1, or the team we're watching. most likely just going to try to stay alive. But Team 9 off in the distance here, they might try to get some shots on them here.
And look what's
That's
also
one.
as well, after we've dealt with this, there is an airdrop right behind them, just on the edge of zone as well. A nice leisurely shots from Cat OP, as you said. Very confident with that weapon.
I'm gonna be completely honest. I've seen more and more people using this MK24 recently, and just the way it can like tink tink tink, and like the same with the Thunder DMR. It's gotten me thinking, man. Like I've been undervaluing these weapons. Like I don't use them nearly enough as and like I've seen people using these so consistently and just doing some absolutely crazy things sometimes here, and obviously just so accurate is the main thing.
That one remind me, seeing as we are on Sunset, that used to be the Stellar Wind. Is that sniper rifle?
Stellar Wind is the Thunder. That is the Stellar Wind. Stellar Wind is exactly the DMR. What was it called? You
had the Defender.
Good old Defender, exactly. Yeah, Defender's the Thunder now, or at least, similarity wise. This is a fight that could be interesting here. We've got Cat gonna push up and get some damage onto Mbappe here, and Brad Lexion going for some high flying plays there, taking out Mbappe, finishing off that HP there. Pew lost a little bit of damage there. We do see an Ember ultimate coming out, so it seems like they're trying to close to turn this fight around, but unfortunately we're moving over to Inori here, but we see nice clean crisp shots coming out of Script DXD onto OK there.
He's got one team member left. It's Lim Purple. They're gonna make a right though to Rescon, and Rescon's you gotta watch out though. Inori, they've let themselves known to Brad Lexion. It's Pew, so we will see.
Yeah, for what's worth, Brad was the one who got that finish off on that kill there. We're gonna see it. Yeah, like you said, if who can come out on top. There's the full lineup of Team 1 here versus Team 12, and there's also a Goonie Killmonger off in the distance there who could be an absolute thorn in this match here, up here. Oh, big snipes though.
Big snipes. There's a beautiful angle from them. Panjay gets this shield cracked as well, and Nori's down, creeping round, trying to get angles on squad number 1.
It's feeling like it's action time right now. We're seeing the ultimates come out here, using that one to wall off the team there. Unfortunately, Cat getting taken out by Panjay off in the distance there. Finds a gap in that ultimate. We're gonna see Panjay push up there. They've taken out another player. It's down for Pew to get a thirst here, get a shield swap, but he doesn't get it. And with that, Takar comes out on top in that one there. And they're also gonna come out and being able to potentially pounce onto Inori here. No, but instead, Inori is gonna go for this res.
Very consistent, Inori, with their strategies here. We saw it at the end of the second game where they picked up their teammate, and we're seeing it again here. Prioritizing those reds and going right after Savio, who's right in the brunt of all the fire. Goes down, and the chase is not over yet. Comes sliding down the hill over the top. Mbappe floating out of there with that tactical. He's behind a tree, and it's not enough to keep him alive.
I will say, if there's one thing about Inori that you're right about, is like, yeah, they're so consistent about going for that res. They're making sure, why risk going for a 2v1 fight where you might potentially lose it if you have that quick opportunity to go for that res there, get yourself back in 3, especially when you all have red shields. Guess what? That's so hard to fight against there, especially if you get that res off there. So prioritizing, obviously a great decision on their part there. And now for Lin Purple, I've seen them get taken out earlier, but I think they're going to get taken out again, and just like that, down with those Thunder DMR shots.
Yeah, just adding insult to injury with that little kill effect there too as well, that Thunder DMR. One of my favourite ones probably in the game, and we're going to see it on OK again shortly.
Definitely looking like it there. Not a situation you want to be in there. OK, getting those angles hopefully covered in terms of trying to stay alive, make sure they can not get seen, but for now, it's going to be maybe Rescon here going for a res. There is a res pod in zone that they might be going for, or just might go for the one that's in Riverview there.
Yeah, it's looking like he's getting some of the loot just that's laying around. Inori too, on the edge of the north side of the zone.
I'll have to take a look at the map.
Okay, the airdrops come in next to team 15, who probably are going to want to go and have a look at that. Noria coming over though. They've got themselves in a vehicle, and they will be shortly over to that airdrop. Let's see who lays claim to it.
This is the team we saw earlier here. Carly and Hudas here going to try to run away. They've got a team approaching there. We've got a Ling Bo, it seems like. And unfortunately, Nori, they're such a quick team there. They can follow up on just about anything. And closing that distance, they've got also one of those robot suits as well. So, oh, so quick.
With the air beast coming round, giving the punch. Not going to let them. Does it look like they opened that? Are they chasing the loot, or are they just gone after the team here?
Yeah, it does seem like they were going for those kills, getting that last little bit here. But now it's going to be becoming a 3v3 fight potentially here. Getting seen a little bit on their rotate there. It's going to be a Nori versus Takai here. Good decision to get out of the vehicle, avoid that damage there. I don't think the solo player pushing in was, I think there was going to be two, but they managed to capitalize on it there. Taking out Savio, and now it's going to be for Dan, trying to go for a second kill here. No, not a huge lot of connections, but does get some bullets through.
He is shooting blind, hopefully, through that Ember ultimate. The bow coming out as well. Just to cover their tracks, hoping to blind Anori so they can't get those. Mbappe is on the floor bleeding out, and Script AXE. They are split now, though. Look at Takar. Rescon to the west. And Mbappe, the kill is confirmed, so just Rescon left.
Yeah, it's looking like it's going to be a situation where Rescon goes down here, most likely in third, using some of those blocks to at least make a bit of a showdown here in his final moments, but it's looking like it's going to be out in third here for Takar. Unfortunately, the other solo there is managing to do something there. Yeah, taking a little longer than you'd kind of expect, but unfortunately, as you see there, going down there, and now it's going to be up for Kilgoony to... Killmonger from Goonie to do this one here.
Let's see what he's got. Is he gonna go out fighting, or is he gonna sit there crouched and wait for that
Guess we'll see.
Molotov
This is our final
to
kill of the
burn his
night,
feet?
so we'll have to see if he's gonna try to do something special here, or if they're gonna just leave it as a little hiding situation here. Might have tried to go for a res here. Is that what's happening? I can't really tell. Nope, just hiding underneath the dock here right now. I can't remember. I don't think this player has any teammates around here. So yeah,
we haven't seen
out,
them. He's
unfortunately.
found out. He's just floating. He's going to take the bullets as a bullet sponge. Runs into Dan Panjay, and looks like he didn't put up much of a fight. And Anori taking that one.
When you're in that water there, you make that little subtle swim animation sound there, and you know it's definitely not the most ideal situation when you're hiding underneath one of those docks there. Definitely a player who's played this map before, because not many, most players don't know you can even go under the docks and do kind of cheesy stuff like that. So, seems like somebody who's played, definitely played Sunset City before.
Yeah, definitely. I thought he was definitely going to get shot out by that laser from the air beast there at the end, but he didn't spot him. Just going for good old bullets. And Anori taking 2 games tonight with Gogulet, obviously in that first room. Well done, Anori.
Yeah, GG's. Thank you for everyone for playing. Obviously, sorry for the issues with the servers and stuff like that. It's good to know that I had to restart my game after getting on the VPN to make it swap over and all that kind of stuff. But all in all, great games. For what it's worth, Gogulet said he has better luck on NA than he does on EU, so that worked out good for him in that situation, obviously. But yeah, I don't know. Right now, it's obviously, in terms of like Farlight, everyone, it's going to be a little bit of a time of, a little bit of stagnation. But for now, we're going to do everything we can to make sure that there's still some action on the go, making sure that there's something to do, making sure that you can participate in something, because obviously Farlight is one of those games that, you need to be playing, and it just feels better to be playing in some form of competitive way there. So our customs is definitely going to be a way for that to at least, be fulfilled in some way there. I've been trying to host some as well in the Legend Stream Discord, separate to these casted lobbies. So just regular customs. I'm not hosting them every day. I'm going to try to host them, as often as I can. But we also are looking for hosts as well. So if anyone's interested in hosting customs in our Discord, just reach out to me and we can try to work out that one there as well. But all around, just a great day of games, and for what it's worth, obviously right now, like I said, it's, you talked about it earlier. Everyone's probably a little bit discouraged with the delay and the update and everything like that. But for what it's worth, it's one of those things where I'm just hopeful that they're doing it for good reason. It's gonna we're gonna get to June, July, August, whatever it is in the summer. I know they haven't really confirmed a date or anything like that yet, but we get to that point, and it's one of those things where like, let's just hope they've got the game to a point where it's where they flip that switch. I mean, I think back to like when I first started playing the game. I started playing the game back in May 2023, right?
Yeah.
And since then, I think of how many times I've thought, oh man, this is the point where they should advertise the game. This is it. It looks so good right now. And I mean, even when I first started playing the game, I thought to myself, this is the game, right? So but when I think back to it now, obviously, it's one of those things where it's like, oh, if they advertised the game when I first started playing it, there's no chance it could have become big. But I think of it now, I'm like, okay, man, the game's got to a point where it's like, okay, it looks like it's pretty snazzy. I mean, I was so hyped to play it. So like, that alone gives me some, encouragement in that kind of way. But also the fact is like, okay, well, hopefully it's going to be a situation of, oh, we have like the most popular game right now for a lot of people is Marvel Rivals, obviously, and and for what it's worth, it's an Overwatch clone.
Yeah.
Through and through, we can pretty much argue that for sure, right?
Yeah.
Why can't the next big game be an Apex clone? Why not? You know what I mean? It's one of those things where it's like, yes, I know that's what people say. Apex clone, Apex clone, Apex clone. But it's got its own character. It's got its own charm. Farlight 84 is one of those games where, I mean, I was so connected to just based off the cast of characters, the people, that are playing it and stuff like that. So, it's just one of those things where I'm hoping that, people stick around, things continue to go well. And, I just want this community to stick together because, obviously, I'm looking forward to the future. I'm hoping that the future goes well. And, I'm just trying to make sure that everyone, obviously is at least a little bit hopeful as well, because I don't want to, it'd suck if everyone was just discouraged. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Yeah, understandable. As you said, look into the future though. We are going to continue to do these scrims every Friday, so we'll be doing these 3 here. And as Joshua said, if you get into the Legend Scrims Discord as well, www.legendscrims.com if you're not already, then we'll be dropping some scrims from time to time, random ones. And also as well, I got a message from Zona, and he'll be dropping which is EU. I know a lot of you was asking earlier for EU server. So it's the 5 games that he plays on a Saturday, and that will be starting up in about 2 weeks. So if you just drop a sub, and I'll be doing the English broadcast side of that. There is a Russian side too, where they do it. But maybe Josh will be here. I don't know what your availability. I haven't asked you about this, but I don't know what your availability is like on a Saturday.
I have to see. It varies. So most likely down to be there. I don't see why I wouldn't be. So as long as I'm not working, I'll probably be down. Just let me know, keep me updated on what time it is and stuff like that. And mainly as long as it's not like stupidly early. Like if you tell me no, you gotta be there at 5 a.m., I'm gonna be like, sorry, buddy. Maybe next time.
5 a.m. games, yeah. I think I'd say the same to you if it happens. So yeah.
No, sounds good. Hope you all have an amazing rest of your day there, and I will be also enjoying mine. It's thankfully a nice lovely day today, so hopefully everyone's gotten a chance to go, either go for a nice walk or go for something like that there. But otherwise, just have a nice lovely day, have a nice rest of your week, and we're gonna be back here next week.
I second that. No, it's pretty good. So we'll catch you next Friday here at the same time. Until then, goodbye. Oh.